Bitches in the future?
Joe.
Bitcoin is the future.
Yeah, that's it.
One BTC and 32 ETH.
Welcome back, hard forkers. Probably our best ever show coming up today. Isn't that right, guys?
Let's go.
Stefano is going to tell us how amazing he is and how much money he's made in the last week. Maybe you'll learn something from that. Jordan, I believe, has got an epic trade to share with us as well. But as we do, people, first up, meme of the week. An oldie but a goodie, CZ on fire after the sushi swap debacle. But sushi swap has been on a tear.
Sushi swap sells seashells by the seashore.
Sushi swap. Yeah. We're going to have a look at sushi swap and how much it's grown in a moment. But first, people, I'm getting inundated with questions about wallets. So for those of you that are leaving your money on exchanges and not trading, that's literally the most stupid thing you can possibly do. You need to get it into a wallet. So go to our website, hardforking.com. Click on Get a Wallet. We've got some reviews up here, but I believe the three of us are pretty happy to recommend Trezor. Would that be fair enough, guys?
That's what I use. Yeah, I got a Trezor.
Yeah. So,
very nice. Although I'm having some hardware issues right now, some updates. I just put it on there and I don't really interact with it at all.
Okay.
So I gotta do my firmware updates.
But yeah, that's the one I've gone with. Stefano uses it. So yeah, go to hardforking.com, click on Get a Wallet, and that'll take you through. If you want to check out the other reviews we've got there for Ledger, also many of the web-based wallets are reviewed there as well. Don't leave money that you are not trading on exchanges. That is craziness.
One thing on that, because like if people start looking online, obviously the two most famous are the Trezor and the Ledger. I use both, and the Ledger in the past 6 months got 2 security breach where the emails of the customers got completely leaked out. So
and
now,
the location data.
Yeah, true as well. So now it is pretty common, I would say, to receive emails that are kind of accurate exactly because of the data that are being breached out that, are obviously trying to scam you and so on. Trezor so far did not have any of these issues. So I would recommend the Trezor for that.
That's why we're going with Trezor, people. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't checked out our website, make sure you do. There's a absolute ton of information there on many things.
Use our affiliate code, right, Sean?
Sorry, mate?
Use our affiliate code, right?
Yes, a way that you can support this channel, people. So we would appreciate that. So listen, as you know, if you follow the show, it is a trading contest amongst ourselves. We're going to get into how the reviewed projects have been performing. There's some massive moves there coming up. But first, I just wanted to have a look at this. We've got Michael Saylor, who has 1,400 people meeting today, people. He's basically talking to these institutional players. He's going to give them his playbook about how MicroStrategy have gone about acquiring their Bitcoin. Obviously, it's in his interest to onboard as many people, and he's out there doing that. So if we just look at these figures in this chart here, a 1% allocation of this institutional money, the treasury funds, would give us $100,000 Bitcoin, and moving through the gears here, $250,000 Bitcoin if they were to put 2.5% in, and obviously there's the figure for a 6.5. So very quickly, guys, how bullish are we all on Bitcoin right now?
Did you have his tweet there, Sean, where he broke down his average price and how much they have?
Yes, I saw that. So I
he said his average price was 16K.
Yeah.
Bill before shill.
Well, he's also been buying at 30. Which leads me to believe there is a hell of a lot of support around that 30K mark. I mean, there's a lot of people out there calling for that 20K Bitcoin. Do you guys
16K?
16K, you're hearing, are you?
Well, yeah, that's his entry price.
Oh, so no, but there's a lot of people saying that they.
Well, that's his DCA. Like that's his.
Yeah.
Losing profit. So 16K is my call.
You think we could go back to 16K?
Yeah.
Wow. Stefano.
I mean, Bitcoin, man.
To 6, down to 6, below 10.
No, dude, just purely because of the size of the whales and the liquidity issues. Like, it wouldn't stay there for more than, like, fucking 5 seconds. But I could see it doing it.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, on that note, Jordan, obviously we've been trading our Prime XBT account. We might have a new offering with another company coming up for you by next week. People should stay tuned for that. But how have you been going with your leverage trading on Bitcoin or ETH in the last week, Jordan?
Quite good. The whole month of January 21, the year 21 has been amazing. I've been trading ETH on leverage. I just crossed margin, so like right now I think I'm about X 7 or 8 times.
Yep.
I got my 20 ETH on a long all-time high right now, which is pretty happy. Good stuff. I got Link going on margin. I got DOT going on margin. It's all cross margin. So with the cross margin, there's a lot more flexibility,
Yep.
So it's not like one position and then you get wiped out if there's a big candle.
Yep.
So my entries have all been quite good, and I use my Link stack as the base, and my entry is like super, super low. So I'm near impossible to get liquidated. And it's quite nice because every time there's a rating score, every time you go above 2, you can pull out your profits. So I've been pulling mad profits this month. Quite happy. Bitcoin, ETH, DOT. I got an XLM going right now. I had XRP going, and anticipating the Wall Street bets. It was a small bet, and I got that was probably my only losing trade this month. But so I took my Ripple position and moved into XLM, and that's pumping right now, so that's quite good.
Excellent. Congratulations. So we're actually going to convert this show into a live show, people, so we can take your questions on spot trading, leverage trading, why we've moved in and out of our reviewed projects. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. It does help us out here, letting other people know we're actually making this content, so we do appreciate that. If you take the time to do that for us now, let's just have a whip through of the projects that we've previously reviewed on the show. Going from the top here, a project that we've done very well out of, Arga token, very much correlated to the movements in Bitcoin. Not had the best week, but overall we're up 300% on that and very happy with it. Axie Infinity's also had a good week and just outstanding overall since we've followed it. Bonk, we are well and truly back in the positive on Bonk, which is fantastic because it has been floundering up a whopping 222% this week. Guys, any reasons behind this you can share with the audience?
There's V2 coming out, but just today, they have a partnership with YFL, which that's been going on for a couple months now. But they just opened a YFL pool, so you stake your bonk and you get 18,000 APY on your bonk, and you get YFL USD. It's their stablecoin, so they've introduced a new protocol to help people alleviate some of those impermanent losses, and so the liquidity. Basically for the first, I think it's 5 days, it's 18,000%. So I staked up some of my personal stack, and it's going up so fast, it's crazy. It's great.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Very happy about that. Well done, Sealsy and the Bonk team. DMG.
DM what?
Ethereum is up 325% since we reviewed it, down on the week. Hex
Cool down a bit.
Floundering around for quite a while here. Come on, Richard Hart. What are you doing, man? Up 70% since we got it, though, but not having a good week. Pamper's no longer with us, as you know. Pirate Chain, well over 100% since we looked at it, down on the week. And finally, guys, a project I think we all have always had very high hopes for, which was Unitrade. I'll put a link below to the long-form interview we did with Jeff. Check that out. It's obviously made a massive move in the last week of over 100%, so that's fantastic to see. Well done, Unitrade. Long time coming. First up, we've obviously seen just massive price explosion in Uniswap and also in Sushi. Now, if you have a look at this figure here, this is the growth in these decentralized exchanges, and it's just stratospheric in the month of January. As you can see here, the dark blue is Uniswap, which is up around the $20 figure at the moment, which basically meant we got about $8,000 per wallet. But let's not go into too much detail there. And here you see in red, Sushi just making huge gains as well. So any comments on those two projects, guys? Are they tokens that you would potentially buy at the current price? Mr. Gonzo?
Fuck no. Too much emotional baggage.
Fair enough. Emotion has no place in trading. We all know that. And that's actually a pretty good reason to stay away from it.
Too much bitterness.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm super bullish on DEXs and Uniswap, Sushi Swap a little bit, not so much, but the whole idea of DEXs, I'm totally bullish on that.
Yeah.
But my whole experience with that just made bad taste in my mouth. There's tons of other stuff I can trade to make money. So.
Yep. And just another quick look at some other pretty interesting figures here. We've got this is a comparison of Bitcoin and Ethereum. We can see that the number of active addresses is massively on the up. New addresses growing significantly as well. Percentage of the supply that's in profit here. Very interesting facts and figures. So do check out the blockcrypto.com. I'll put a link below. There's some really good resources here. But any comments on any of these numbers, guys? Stefano?
We're going up. What we can see is that we are
excellent TA, Stefano.
No, well, here's the thing. So first, I don't do TA, but there is a point that is pretty interesting on the Ethereum side. If you're looking at the number of active addresses, we're still lower than what we got in the peak of end of 2017, beginning of 2018, the previous end of the bull run. But if we're looking at the usage, the number of transactions that are being sent on a monthly basis on Ethereum compared to that same peak, the values are completely different. They're completely flipped. So we're basically having a situation where we have less active wallets again compared to the two time frames. But the number of activities has increased a lot, which means that one, every single user is using the system more, and two, there is so much more to be done, which is also support about the fact that, for example, all the activities on the DAX that Sean is just seeing and so on. So what does it mean? It means that the ecosystem is growing and healthy. It's going month over month. It's outperforming itself. So I mean, it's cool. It's a very, very healthy situation for the industry.
So I think this is a good segue here. We've looked at the amount of transactions. Obviously, as we've highlighted many, many times on the show, there's been a lot of issues with the Ethereum gas fees. And last week, Stefano, you told us all about this new area of gas farming, and you took a punt on Enol.
as you've seen last week, the gas price, the Ethereum gas price has reached like other values that are like absolutely insane. We were like at one point averaging like 250 way for transaction. So easily, if you were using like a DEX or something like that, you were jumping like between $40 and $60 per transaction, which obviously is a lot. In a super simple way. So projects like Enol and UNDG allows you to basically like the gas that you're spending, they give you cash back on that. 90% of what you're spending for each of the projects. So in total, like you spend $20 and you're going to get like $18 back from project A and $18 back from project B, which in theory means also like that you're making money. So I've done that. I believe that is actually helping a lot for like small transactions. So I'm not talking about like big trades of like hundreds of thousands of dollars. For that, like $50, $60, it's peanuts. You obviously don't care about that. But if we're looking at the size of like the portfolios that we are having, what we're doing in this show, which is obviously like showing people how to build a portfolio from nothing to actually like increasing and so on, $50, $60 a time are actually like a serious loss of money in that specific case. So I took a position, and here's a few things that happen. And this is actually pretty fascinating because it shows again, like Sean mentioned, like how the Unitrade airdrop is now turning out to be like almost $8,000 in return for whoever like kept that. Uniswap. So the Uniswap, the Uni token. So what happened to me is that like by having the Enol token, last week I received an airdrop. So I received a 0.2 ETH in airdrop from one token.
Nice.
The
other one, Enol?
No. On another, by having Enol, it's simply free money. That's the point of that.
It's the best money.
Just buy the token, keep that in your wallet, and that's it. Done.
Nice.
Okay. So the gas farming, you're pretty, you're what, a week into it now? You obviously had some pretty big concerns about it. It was either something you thought would fly or fall flat on its face. Are we still a little too early to figure that out at this point?
Oh yeah, for sure it's too early. Because if I'm looking like the values on like the ratio on like I bought 1 ETH each, and right now the values are pretty much the same. Yeah. So it means that like I made a return. Well, there is Ethereum that obviously grew in price. So that's a possible impermanent loss that I need to take in account. The two tokens have increased in value, yes, which kind of like balance back. But then like if I'm considering like the gas that I got back, so the 180% that I got back, obviously that has kind of like keep me on the same value because Ethereum has completely flied in the past day, passing all-time high and so on. But if I'm actually looking at like the airdrops that I receive, then I'm absolutely like a 10-15% on pure profit for like free stuff that I'm receiving on top of the cashback. That's the cool part of that.
Awesome. So we're going to get you guys to comment on the other free tokens that are still actually on offer. We did a live show on Saturday in Decentraland. Just before we discuss that, Jordan, what are your thoughts on gas farming? Is it something you might take a position in?
Yeah, my only thing is that, I use like six or eight wallets, and I don't want to have to get both tokens in both wallets. It's a lot of like organization and gas fees to get it going. And I might get it going on the HardForking wallet here. It sounds pretty good. That thing swings around a lot, that token.
So you're in two of those projects at the moment, Stefano?
I'm in two, and I entered the third one because it got airdropped to me.
Right. Okay.
What was the third one called?
Something. Gas G, something like that.
Gas G. Cool.
Yeah. Give me.
I got some free token profits this week too.
Yes, well, let's talk about that. I mean, obviously, on the show, people, we understand that not everyone's got a huge amount of capital to play with, and we've attempted to show you many ways that you can get free tokens. So I'll give you guys the floor on this.
Yes. Okay.
How did you both get on in Decentraland? Firstly,
Oh, can I talk about a different one that was free tokens? There's another opportunity for it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, give us a rundown of both. How did Decentraland go for you? Are you still there, and what's the other opportunity?
Okay, Decentraland. It's a bit different than Stefano's experience, I think. I went to the Mega Cube a bunch of times. It's lots of clicking. Actually, I found out afterwards, after almost getting carpal tunnel, you don't have to click. You just got to click and hold.
Oh,
so I did like, I was doing this. I'm like, this fucking sucks. Getting nothing. I got 1.25 of this TVX coin. I don't know what that is or how much it's worth.
Yep.
That's all I got. It just was annoying to me, man, because every time you go back, the server wouldn't update. You know, you get it up to like 500 cells, and then you back out and you reload, and then you're back down to like 200. So I just got super frustrated and annoyed. And the servers don't sync up because like you'd be mining a cell that somebody else already has, and the lag, and it was just so frustrating for me. I just couldn't deal with it. So,
well, we'll hear about Stefano's experience there in a moment, which is a bit more positive than yours and also mine. But what was the other opportunity you want to let the audience know about?
There's another art contest coming up. And so if you remember 3 months ago, I did a meme for an Axie shard, which was like one of the origin Axies. It's called Coke. And what the guy's name's Cloud White. He built this culture around it. You know, Coke, it's this little Axie's all white. He's got like bugged out eyes. So I made a meme about it with the Al Pacino, with the Scarface. And I won some Axie shards for it. And then just 3 days ago, we had the whole meme pump on everything. And I made 2.5 ETH on a meme. So I got 27 shards of the Coke Axie.
Wow.
That shit pumped up to like, I sold for $100 a shard almost over. Yeah. Caught the top and then it dumped and I rebought. So I now have double my shards and I have 1.75 ETH in my pocket.
That's awesome.
A meme, one single meme. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And there's another art contest. There's another meme contest coming up in the next couple of days. So, hey, make some memes. It has a long play.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to finish the show by looking at a project that you've been helping out in a moment. But before then, Stefano, tell us about your experience in generating tokens out of thin air over the last week and what people still can do.
It's been good. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, what Jordan is mentioning is 100% correct. The Mega Cube is an event that, you know, it got presented as a live event, like something absolutely really awesome and so on. Truth is that it's a beta test type of thing. So it is true what Jordan is mentioning. It is frustrating. There is like a lot, to be honest, that could have been done in a better way. The system doesn't load properly. You have to redo things a lot of time and this and that. So overall, yes, it's a frustrating thing. The best way to do that is literally like to do that while you're doing something else. For example, mine the cube while you're recording a video of HardForking. Pretty simple. Now, the point is that how is going for me? Pretty good, because so far I made home around $1,100. So it's actually like probably more.
PNL though. PNL. Huh?
PNL is probably going to be higher, to be honest.
Oh, but, really?
Yeah, I know that like you're having like this mocking thing, like if it's not true, but with all the respect, I think I know what I'm talking about. So, you know, I'm happy to put a bet of like $10,000 here on the spot and showing that I'm gonna bring home more than $1,000.
Okay, do it.
You want to do that?
I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Do it.
So you bet $10,000 with me?
No.
Okay, well,
crypto.
Then.
Man.
Apart from that, it's going great. It's going great.
And only thing this is still happening, right? People can still jump in.
We're half on that. However, one thing to say is that out of everything that I mine, the big return that I got is from one item.
Okay.
And the reason why that item is worth so much.
Roughly how many hours, Stefano, did you put in to generate what you've got so far?
Too many.
Yeah. This is the question.
What's the day today? Wednesday, Tuesday.
I think
30
all they had
hours
to,
probably.
for me, the biggest problem was the fact that like it's not tracked how many cells you have, right?
No, it's not. But the thing is that like, so the cells, how many cells you have, it's important only for one thing. At the end of the event, they're going to give like a reward to the top players. How are they going to calculate that with the number of cells? And the point is that the system is buggy, so it's fake. So whoever is going to win, it's pure like not correct. Let's put it like that. But for the rest of the stuff, it doesn't really matter, because here's what you do, because the system is buggy, and I'm amazed that like nobody has actually communicated this properly. And I had to came up on Discord and actually like claim
dudes.
that.
Look, I just won. Stefano, I took your advice. I started mining. I just won 0.47 Matic.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is
Right now.
Look, people, we don't want to get too bogged down on this, guys, but just
so the point is, yes, it's still going on. Yes, you can do that, but how you do that, it's completely different than what everybody's expecting and what the team is communicating that. So how do you mine that and don't get like absolutely bugged up? You go to the mega cube, you mine between 50 to 100 cells, and then you leave the browser open and you go and you do something else. That's it. And then like after half an hour, 1 hour, you refresh, you see if you want something.
Another one.
You refresh your window and you do that again. And that's it. You don't do anything else. It's chilling. If you're doing only the mega cube, you're going to be irritating because you're not going to win anything.
Okay,
if you're doing that while you're doing something else,
free tokens. Stefano's made a grand. It's still happening. The link is below. Decentraland.org. I'd say we didn't tell you. Get over and click away.
Hey guys, I just won another one. That's 4 rewards I just got since you've been talking about it, Stefano.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
Okay.
That's two Matic coins I got. This layer 24 looks like it's sponsored by Matic. It's fresh.
Okay. I will be jumping in there myself after we do this video. After spending hours in there the other day and getting nothing.
Oh, another one.
Okay, guys, that's awesome. Now, on that note of free things, it's getting very embarrassing for me now. I can't give this.
Sorry,
away.
One last thing. Talking about like free things, Balancer is currently having the gas price reimbursement. So if, as we mentioned, Sushi, as we mentioned, Uniswap, and so on, if you are using Balancer instead of like Uni or Sushi for specific pairs, so this works only between like Wrap Bitcoin, Wrap Ethereum, USDC, and USDT, and Balancer. So these 5 tokens all around. But if you need to make a trade like that, use Balancer Exchange to do that, because after every Wednesday, the Wednesday after, you're going to be able to claim the gas that you've spent on the exchange, and they're going to send you BAL token. So that's another 3 things that you can get.
Awesome. I'm actually in some talks. Hopefully we're going to have some people from Balancer on the show in the very near future as well. On that note, Jordan, thank you for arranging our friend from Block Duelers. It's obviously a project that you've got some involvement with. So let's have a short look at an excerpt from the long form video. There's a link below to watch that entire video. It's obviously in the NFT space, something we all love and are very passionate about. It's only going to get bigger. This is a project that's just launching, so a good time to be having a look at it. So look, here's a snapshot of that, and we'll come back with our thoughts. We've got Garrett Blakesley with us today to tell us about Block Duelers. Welcome, Garrett.
Yeah, so basically, Block Duelers is a brand new game that bases around digital artwork that's basically built on the blockchain. So basically, these tokenized digital assets are called NFTs. Basically, this game uses NFTs from existing projects like Chonked Out Finance, Meme, Rug, and some other kind of weird NFT companies that have kind of been popping up here and there over the last year or so. We create this game to create utility for these NFTs that would normally kind of just, sit there hanging out on a piece of, on a wall or something, something like that, and kind of just looking pretty, right? So we've basically tailored to create utility for these NFTs, and basically based stats that are evolving, kind of like an RPG game or maybe Pokemon or something like that. And these evolving stats basically stick on the smart contract on the blockchain and basically provide this cool little dueling game where we've basically just tried to create utility for these other NFTs that normally wouldn't be doing much.
Jordan, you certainly have the most involvement here. Do you want to sort of kick it off and give us your thoughts on this project?
Yeah, it's cool. It's like combines everything that I love. NFTs, crypto, superheroes, drawing, all that kind of stuff. So they approached me after seeing my work on Chonk Finance, which is another kind of like NFT farming thing, right? So you get your NFTs, you stake them, and then from there you get other tokens, and then those allow you to get boxes, and those boxes have randomly selected different NFTs, and you can use those NFTs to battle each other. And then so you load the NFT on the site, and they assign different scores, for battling, and then you can win tokens. They've secured the funding before they did the pre-sale to build the MVP. So the MVP is due mid-March, and then from there you'll be able to start playing. So right now everybody is got their block dueler tokens, you stake them, and then you get these dueling credits, and the dueling credits are the ones that will give you the power in the game. So it's early days. So it's, since the launch, it's done quite well. Wow. It hasn't had that classic Uniswap pre-sale pump and dump, because they secured their funding before they did the pre-sale. So you don't have a bunch of like just degens that do the pre-sale and then dump the second it goes to 3 or 4x.
And everyone runs scared from the project after that happens for a long time.
Yeah,
so that's great.
Exactly. So they got a lot of like initial investors, and they're all staking. So the price is holding really well, and it's super low supply. So, I mean, man, we saw over $100 earlier this week. So yeah, it's doing quite well.
Awesome. We're obviously going to be following that project closely. Jordan's got some involvement in it. As I say, it's a space we all like. Stefano, your thoughts on it?
Well, for me, it's like one of those things that, as mentioned in the interview, I say that I would like to try it. I think that the idea per se is interesting. I like the idea of like, mixing up things together and actually being able to play, giving like a little bit of gamification in the token economy, in the sauce and the structure is always like a good thing. But as said, like the game is not out yet. So I think it's, at least like from my side, it's too early to actually say something. I have an eye on that. So that's a good thing, but I want to try the game. I really, really want to try the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I look, for me in summary, I like the guy we talked to. It's fantastic that you've got some involvement, Jordan. So we are going to be looking at it very closely on the regular. As we all know, these projects do tend to have often hype cycles. This is very early days on this one, so certainly worth your while people having a look at it. The link below to the long form interview and to the website is there. So make sure you check Block Duelers out. We'll be following it on the weekly. $BDT. Buy that token. But not financial advice. So what have we learned today, kids? Stefano?
I'm getting lots of Matic right now.
One last thing that obviously we had to mention, because it's also like a project review, and it goes back on like free stuff. Axie is doing migration on Ronin. So if you have land or items, not Axie, not the monsters, this works only and exclusively with land and items. You need to go to the Chrome store, download the Ronin wallet, which is an extension like the one on MetaMask. Do all the setup, there is a video that Gio from the Exit team has done to like show the tutorial and how to do that and so on. The main point is that if you do that before the 25th of February, you can qualify to receive a free land item from the Exit team to actually migrate to Ronin.
Is it a land item? I thought it was an item. It's not a land.
Yeah, no, it's a land item. It's an item for the land. It's like the spaceship, I think.
Little rocket car.
Yeah.
Which are we going to space?
And the thing is that like for anybody thinking about like, oh yeah, whatever is an item for the land, who cares about that and so on. The latest one that they've done, which was like the Ave, those goes like for like what 0.1, 0.01, something like that. Point is like you're looking at probably like the market is closed now, so I have no idea what was the final value, but I think that you're looking at easily like between $50 to $150 in profit. Right. So
I'll break that one down. Remember when they had that airdrop, I bought a small piece of Aave. Well, you needed 0.45, so I bought that at I think it was $40 at the time, and now Aave is up like 300% since then, and I got the free
more. It's $300 now.
Yeah. Yep. So my Aave is worth one whole share.
This genius sold it at 80 at 100% profit.
Nice, 100% profit. You don't go broke taking profits, man.
That's the thing. Like there are a lot of little things. The other one, segue to like what Jordan was mentioning on Coke. So Coke, the shards from Coke are on Nymphdex, and Nymphdex has put out a blog post mentioning that they're going to launch their governance token. It's not clear when, but one thing that I post into the blog article is that they're going to take the screenshot sometime in the future. So in super simple, that means that there is still time for people that are interested on doing that to use the system once and qualify for a future airdrop of their governance token. Yep. So what did we learn? We learned that there is tons of free stuff happening right now in the market. And, then how do you reach one Bitcoin of 32 ETH?
We're trying to help you here, people. We've been doing it for months. Lots of opportunities to pick up free things in the crypto space.
Guys,
you're listening.
In the time that we've been talking, I've been doing the Mega Cube, 20 rewards, which is equal to 10 Matic coins so far.
On that note, people, I hope you enjoyed today's show and you took something away from it. Obviously, a lot covered, and all those links are below the video. As I say, we're going to turn this into a live show in the very near future, if not next week. So we look forward to answering your questions as we go along. But, please do get in touch. I reply to all the emails and comments below. We're here to help you all because we love you. See you soon, guys. Thanks very much, you two, for imparting more knowledge for the people, as you always do. Most appreciated. See you soon, guys.
Out. 1 BTC and 32 ETH.